Welcome to the free monthly tarot scopes. Be sure to check your rising and moon for more details and visit VickieVerley.com for personal readings, decks, books, t-shirts, art, and more. Thank you for all your continued support, including donating, liking, commenting, sharing. Now without further ado, on to your free reading. Hello there, Scorpios. I went ahead and put the cards out ahead of time because I hurt my hand and I'm moving slower, and it saves me on upload and processing time too, because it, smaller files. But this is your spread, your regular tarot spread from the Astrological tarot deck, which is my creation, and we will pull live a Beastmistress Saturn Oracle card at the end of the reading. Before we really get into the cards, though, I want to talk about some of the astrological things, because there's Saturn's big things happening. Saturn is making a move. Saturn's moving from the sign of Sagittarius, and it's moving into sign of Capricorn. And for you, especially Scorpio rising. Sorry about that. This is going to be your. I just looked over at the TV. I was trying to turn it off, and I hit unmute. Maybe it has something to do with. I'm going to tell you what was on the TV screen. There is a snake, and it's strangling and killing a lizard that's on a pole. A big one, a big lizard. So I don't like to see that kind of stuff, but, I mean, maybe that has something to do with you. I mean, after all, isn't the snake, or the lizard is one of your, that's one of your totems, So, I don't want to, I have to turn this off, I'm sorry. Oh, it looks like it got away, but I don't care, the TV's off. I usually have it on across the room, and just I unmute it in between readings while I'm shuffling and whatever. But that was not. I didn't want to see that. But it was this giant lizard, and the snake was coiled around it trying to kill it. But I turned it off. Just as I was turning it off, it looked like the lizard was able to get that snake off of him. So I mean, that could be for you. I mean, that could totally be for you, because you're the lizard. That's one of your. It's the the scorpion, the lizard, and the eagle are your three symbols, So I don't think it was any. I just was hard to watch. I don't like to watch any of those nature shows where they show animal. I know it's part of life and they kill each other, but I don't want to see that. And but it looked like he got free. I think he got free. So I think that could be cool. Free. I think that could be a cool message for you, like getting free of restrictions. Getting free of restrictions. When I first looked over at that screen, it looked like it was going to kill it. It was completely tangled up and strangling it. It was completely wrapped around it. So maybe there's something that you feel like you're really tangled up in. That I don't know if I'll ever get out of this mess. And I think that's telling us that you can break free. But back to Saturn. It's moving out of your second house, and this month more than ever, because I'm going into some astrology. It's real important to watch your rising sign, because this would apply more to Scorpio rising than anybody, but I mean the whole this part not, but the astrology, you can watch it. I'm not saying don't watch it if you're not Scorpio rising, but it's important that you at least watch your rising sign as well. Let's just say that. So Scorpio rising, it's moving into your third house of communication, short distance travel, siblings, writing, texting, communicating. So you're going to be revising that. Saturn makes you take a good, cold, hard look at things. It's kind of a hard teacher. Can be kind of real restrict. Can feel restrictive, but I think Scorpio, I think you thrive pretty well in that environment. I mean, I'm Scorpio rising and I have Capricorn sun, but Capricorn Scorpio, that what outsiders might see as kind of a rigidness, I think that it's really, it's it could be favorable. You know how to work with that energy. That energy doesn't feel as restrictive for you, because you like things to be somewhat, you can be considered somewhat of a serious sign as well. So the Saturn energy is not that foreign to you, okay? But it's been in your second house of money for a long time, for a few years now. I should have looked when it was. I think it's about 3 years or so. And it could be a relief. And the things that you've set up financially during this time, you've made some decisions, maybe some hard decisions. Some things that, working financially, you maybe you just said, well, it's not, that ain't working, you know. I do that all the time. You know, I'm always throwing a lot of things in, you know, there's many things that I've done, like those, yeah, I used to make those charts with the gems on them, and nobody was ordering them. Okay, then it's, you know, I don't sit there and cry about it. Let's try something else, you know. You try something else till you find the right things for you. And during the Saturn transiting the second, you probably should have found the right thing for you. Found the right thing to, you know, for your finances. This sure looks like a new beginning in finances all over the place this month from the cards. But let's talk for a minute before we jump to that. Let's talk about Saturn going in the third house. These things are going to be examined, looked at, restricted. You may feel restricted. There will be changes. Saturn, I always, you know, compare it to a big block of cement. It goes through your chart, and if something's weak, it'll just squash it and crush it, and it's gone. It'll crumble. It can crumble. But if it's strong, it'll make it even stronger. And if it does crumble it, it'll put something else, a new foundation in. And these foundations last 28 years sometimes, but usually you have set at least 7 years. So these are long-term things that you're setting up. So you want to, you know, it forces you to pay attention to what's working and what's not working. And it seems like you might be getting a little bit impatient about that. You know, you have strength in reverse. It's just like, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. I want to see some results. Well, if that's your case, I think you will see results this month, because you have the Ace of Rods and the Ace of Pentacles. So time for new beginnings. And Ace of Pentacles is related directly to money. It's a new beginning in money. Flat out. That's what it is. Seems like this King of Pentacles has something to do with it. Male or female, maybe an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Maybe that's old man Saturn himself, you know, because Saturn rules Capricorn. You know, maybe Saturn going out of your second house is like, now my money, there's more freedom, there's less restriction in my finances, and more money can come in. There's been a waiting time, and you're not happy about it. You want things to move forward. You're ready for things to move forward. You've been waiting for like 4 weeks, 4 months, whatever. This is you down here. This is the water sign person, whether you're male or female. This is the Scorpio. You're in the upright position, and you've got this Ace of Rods above you, and it points right at this King of Pentacles. So you're planting these seeds. Maybe even planted these seeds back in Scorpio time, you know. But if not, this month, planting more seeds, and it's blossoming and growing. And it's a pointing card. So what is it pointing at? It points at the King of Pentacles. So important alliance. This is an important alliance. This is an important partnership. Another, you know, you have the Queen of Rods standing right next to you. Again, male or female. Probably a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag. Or in the time of fire, which we're going to be in the time of fire for almost the entire month until we get to the solstice on the 21st. So the first 3 weeks we are in Sagittarius, we are in the time of fire. This could also be that, you know, this new beginning. And this could even be the solstice, you know, planting these new seeds, and then it's showing up as we move into Earth, which is when we move into Capricorn, that's the solstice. But new beginnings after a long time of, you know, I'm hearing getting your chain jerked around or something like that. I don't know. What's that? Somebody jerking your chain? Things are changing, and justice is there. Justice could be absolutely a legal matter, court case, contracts, documents, deeds, you know, different things. But it feels like the biggest thing I want to tell you about it is your hard work's finally going to start to pay off. Because I think you've been working this past, maybe it's 3 or 4 years while Saturn was in your second house. And it's just like, boy, you know, it could feel like you're on a treadmill going nowhere, you know. And then now it's going to loosen things up. Things are going to change. Four of Rods is there. So if any of you are wanting to move or change your house or redecorate, that could absolutely be, if this could be a romantic relationship. Oh, by the way, I wasn't able to get the Lots of Love reading up. I don't know if I said that in the beginning, but I just couldn't get to it this month. Hopefully next month, but for sure by February I'll have them up for Valentine's, and I may go with a different provider other than Vimeo. But anyways, back to this. You know, this is somebody who's standing by your side. If this is a romantic thing, maybe you're going to take it to the next step. Maybe you're going to move in together. Maybe you're talking, you know, getting serious. You're talking about a marriage. It could be that, you know. This person stands by your side no matter what the capacity. Whether they're a lover or whether they're a mother staying alive. The guides are going to, you know, you got to get some new songs here. But whoever they may be. Okay, what's going to be the animal totem for a Scorpio? The wasp. I was sure we were going to get snake. Because after that video, oh wow. Maybe we can find it on YouTube. I'm sure we can. Find out if the lizard did get away. I don't know. I couldn't watch it. It was too much. Okay, here, let's see. Fearless warrior spirit of the sky, wasp. Shamanic healing, transformation, stinging, attacking, fighting the good fight. Now that's the Scorpio, that's the Scorpion Scorpio vibration. Impassioned action. Impassioned action makes dreams come true. Well, you know, the Ace of Rods totally is an impassioned action. You know, it's fire. It's also sexual. So if this money stuff wasn't here, I could say that this could be, you know, an attraction. You know, and it doesn't mean, oh, I'm a gay guy. Whoever. If you're attracted to women, if this is sexual, this could be whoever you're attracted to. You don't have to say, well, that doesn't apply to me because I'm not a gay man. Well, it's whatever. You know, it's whoever, whatever. It's not all rigid like that. But yeah, that's that fearless warrior power. I think you're really coming into that. Well, you know, Scorpio, you've always had that. You always were that. You always had that within you. It may have been dormant. You know, it may have been suppressed or whatever. By the way, you know, that dormant just stood out to me, and these different words stand out to me. Absolutely let that happen. You know, if you see stuff in there, let that happen. Let it change to a different word, whatever the case may be. And please do leave those in the comments. I love to hear about when something stands out to you, and you know, if you want to share, I'd like to hear it. Okay, yeah. So the wasp, you know, fierce. You know, I think of the wasp. They are fierce. I saw a wasp the other day too. It's cold out too, and I'm sitting in the park. I went through a walk in the park to check the leaves. I've got my bag in there, and I carry a little. It's a kitchen rug, actually, a rag rug, and I use it to sit on benches and stuff if they're dirty. A little cushion. And I look down, and there's a wasp, just like that, this striped one, crawling in my bag. And it's just like, where the heck did this thing come from? Well, luckily, because it was so cold, it was sort of in a dormant state. I just, you know, threw it in the grass and went on my merry way. But yeah, I just saw one not too long ago, 2 days ago or so. Crazy. Okay, so that's your reading. Hey, be sure to check out the year aheads. They're only available for a limited time. They're very popular. They'll be available through December, and then that's it. In January, they're off the market. I have other stuff, my decks, my books, you know, the other readings, the t-shirts on Amazon. There's been some issues that Amazon is having with fulfillment, so sometimes they take them down, so it's a little bit depressing for me, but do check them out. Many of them are metaphysically oriented, you know, if you're into tarot, astrology, spiritual stuff. That's kind of what they do, and they make a great gift. If you order a shirt, be sure to order one size up larger because they do run small. Thank you so much for all your support throughout the year by liking, sharing, commenting, donating. You can find my link below in the description or up in the little eye in the sky to all my stuff. Hey, it's a powerful, powerful time. Saturn's changing sign. We have the winter solstice. We're changing season. Everybody's going through a big shift. And that's you all the way, Scorpio, death and rebirth, you know, that transformation, that's what you're all about. But I think many of you are going to see some changes in your finances for the better and feel some relief in those areas, okay? Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great holiday season and a great month of December, and I'll speak to you in the new year, actually. Okay, bye.